I just have a few questions. Are you
Yes,
done
please.
with your presentation,
Yes, I'm done.
Congressman?
Thank you, Madam Chair.
You said that the version that you're submitting or that you are supporting is with the Right to Know Right Now coalition. You cited some from Senator Honasan's bill. I would like to know what major, have you seen the version also of Malacanang which they apparently submitted? Have you seen this version?
Well, if it's the version that includes the amendments with regard to national security and privileged communication, yes. As a matter of fact, these were also submitted in the 15th Congress. We've discussed this entirely. They also included in their version the compulsory posting on the websites of the statements of assets and liabilities and net worth. In our discussions in the last Congress, we felt that in the House, this might be you would say an obstacle for House members to agree to the passage of the FOI. And we asked ourselves, by not including it in the FOI bill, the mandatory posting of the SAL-Ns, would it prevent us from securing SAL-Ns? The answer is no, because we are covered by other laws, Republic Act 6713, for that matter. So in order to try to get more congressmen to support the bill, there was an intention really to try to delete this, knowing for a fact that there are other laws that ask for mandatory disclosure. Now, if the president through the PLO says that we are still going to include the mandatory posting, no? We have no objections with regard to it, with regard to the amendment, as long as, of course, that they're able to crack the whip in the House and get congressmen on board to support the FOI. We're happy that the PLO made a statement that the FOI is part of the agenda for the coming LEDAC meeting, one of 17 bills to be discussed. We hope that this will be the first time that it is part of the agenda, and we hope that it will not only be a part of the agenda, but there will be really a strong push for the passage of this bill.
I have another question when it comes to the submission of the different bills. Some of them cite penalties, for example, imprisonment of not less than a month, but not more than 6. But some of them will revert to citing the revised penal code, I think section 226, which is actually very, I would say, I think it's not very, it's quite a mild penalty. What do you particularly propose in your version of the bill?
Well, of course, we would like a harsher penalty. As a matter of fact, when we originally started in the 14th Congress and the 15th Congress, there was a higher penalty to prevent people, public officials, from taking this bill lightly. No? And then there was the discussion with the study group that a higher penalty might be unjust, no? Because they might not have the legal knowledge, for example, to determine whether what they're doing falls into the exception. So they suggested that that the penalty to be imposed first would be administrative, and then but recognize that if there is a destruction of information, then we impose criminal liability. Now, we would leave it up, of course, to the wisdom of both chambers on what would be fair, no, to instill to our public servants that this is for the people. This is not, there's supposed to be no secrets. no, except those that are mentioned in the exceptions that citizens have a right to know.
Yes, I agree that this particular law, for it to be implemented properly, should have some teeth, and that's the reason. But don't want also to overly complicate it or to give undue burden also to our workers in the government. As you know, a lot of them might have the best intentions. That's why I think part of the provision is that even the ombudsman should have an FOI desk, just to process things in a timely manner. That's really where the problem is the total implementation. It's not just the right to know, but to actually have the capability to provide that information. Are we ready with our system? That's why I need to address also later on the civil service, what their suggestions would be. I wish that we had the National Computer Agency here to address it. But if we, I would like to ask Senator JV if he has any questions.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Also, good morning to all our resource persons and, of course, my former colleague who's really passionate, and I'm